that was close. Oh, what a win for the Mariners there. 1-1 on the night between Grimsby and Bradford. But Grimsby, we came out 9-8 winners on penalty. 9-8. Oh. 17 penalties with you, and then now Byrne, I think it was, that missed the decisive penalty. A far better performance from the Mariners this time round. Attacking wise, the first 20 minutes felt a lot like Fleetwood at the weekend. And I thought, oh, it's going to be the same again, isn't it? It felt exactly the same. You know, when we kept trying to pass through the lines and it was being intercepted by one of their players, then we kept the, short passing from the back again. It was just it was like I was watching Fleetwood all over again. And then, again, good football, but like I said, good football, but going nowhere. And then, miraculously, again, we tried to get the passing going again. This time, it was a beautiful ball by Kieran Green. A stunning ball by Kieran Green for Donovan Wilson to run onto. And what a finish from Donovan Wilson. And it shows you Donovan's got a finish on him if you get the service to him. And it was a peach of a ball by Kieran. And that gave us a 1-0 lead going into the break. Bradford had some decent play in the first half. They didn't start with Andy Cook. We'll get on to him later. But obviously they got an injury towards the end of the first half and bought on Andy Cook. There was about 6 minutes or so injury time all in all in the first half. We were able to keep the attackers at bay to a certain degree. Jake Eastwood made some great saves. And I thought, Jake had a real solid game today. I was very pleased for Jake Eastwood because I like Jake Eastwood. I think he's a better goalkeeper than probably we give him credit for. But he was alert to a lot of the trouble. So we went in at the break 1-0 up. But you always knew that Andy Cook was around and could cause some trouble. The first 15-20 minutes of the second half, Town again were on top. Played fairly well, actually. They played fairly well. And, again, they were trying to... It was end-to-end in a way. And again, another couple of good saves by Jake Eastwood. We were pushing and we kept trying to push, and McEachran had another solid game in there. Bradford in the first half, I'll just go back to the first half, because Bradford did get a penalty. I couldn't see what for. It looked a bit suspect to me, but the referee was adamant it was a penalty. What was fantastic is he skied it, from what I could see, but it clipped the bar, and that's what led up to a couple of minutes when Donovan scored his goal. We got that slice of luck that I call it, and then, like I said, back into the second half. Town did all they could really to try and add to that, add to the goal again. Tried to do a couple of good moves. They did in the second half. They felt like they got a few more crosses in than they did in the first half. You can see there's definitely some good players in there and some good footballers in there, and it was really a very, very frustrating at times. Yeah, good performance, obviously. Cam Gardner came on for Donovan Wilson on 72 minutes. Callum Ainley came on for Luca Barrington. Luca's got some skills, I'll tell you, and he just needs to get a little bit sharper, and I think he will do all right. Obviously, Jordan Davis made his debut, and I have to say did fairly well, to be honest. Really well, to be honest. I thought he did well. Terrell Warren was a bit shaky at the start, but everyone sort of grew into the game. He was replaced near the end of 87 minutes by Lewis Cass, and of course Andy Cook was the man that did give Bradford a goal back, and it just had to be. I said when the goal went in, Oder, he set up the goal for Andy, and obviously Andy likes scoring against his former sides. He seems to always do it against us for some reason, and he did it again, and it was a typical Andy Cook finish, really. And we thought, oh no, not again, please, not again. And in the end, we were able to hold out. Had a couple of other chances. It was sort of end to end, really, and then we got to penalties, and we missed the very first one, which we thought, oh no, and they scored their first, and it was, but we scored back with our second, and then they missed their second, and it kept going and going and going on, and in the end, it went such a long time. I thought, is this going to end? I just want to give Jake Eastwood a bit of credit. He took a crucial penalty for Grimsby in the shootout, and I felt like it was the best penalty of the night, really. At least from us, it was absolutely well, you couldn't have buried it any better than he did, and it was kind of a pleasing win in the end. Jake Eastwood with the two good saves in the penalty shootout, and obviously Byrne missed the decisive penalty, the 18th penalty, and that sees the Mariners through to round 2 of the League Cup, which I've got to say, it's good to actually say that, I suppose we're 1 for 1 really from home games now. A draw, it was a far better performance than at Fleetwood. We looked far better for it. Chaz Vernon kept working his butt off as he always does, and our delivery was far, far better today than it was at the weekend. So, thankfully, the Mariners go through to round 2, so we'll be in the draw for the second round of the EFL Trophy in the northern section. And well done, Mariners, getting the job done, finally getting over the line in a very long shootout. But it's a pleasure to actually see the Mariners get through to the second round of the League Cup. That's my thoughts. There was just over 3,000 there tonight. It didn't sound like it. To be fair, it was a very very lively crowd. I think credit to I believe it was around about 400 fans that came down from Bradford. They made a lot of noise, and so did the 2,600 or so fans that were there of us. We stayed behind the team, which is what you've got to do, and it just shows you, that I've always said this. If Artell, if he gets it right, it looks beautiful. If it gets like it was against Fleetwood in the early stages tonight, it looks awful. I'd still think we need to mix it up a little bit more than we do passing wise, but it's a kind of win that, result really in performance we needed. We can take that into the weekend against Cheltenham, hoping to get our first league win of the campaign. But that is me over and out. If you did go to the game, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the game. If you watched the game, of course, let me know what you also thought of the game from your view, from the fan that couldn't get there. If you were able to watch it on Sky Sports Plus, because it was on there, what was your view of it? It was a very, very lively, open game, really. Both sides went for it, and like I said, we came out on top. So do let me know, and do hit the like button and the subscribe button and the bell button. That'll let you know when I upload some new content. So like, share, subscribe. Can we get me to 250 before the end of the transfer window? Let me know. Come on, guys, you can help me. I'm doing well so far. I need to get some more, but you guys can help. I'll see you very soon with the Cheltenham preview and a League 2 preview as well. In the meantime, guys, up the Mariners. I said we would be up for the Cup, and the Mariners are, and we move on to round 2. I'll see you guys for the Cheltenham preview. See you soon. Ta-da. Up the Mariners, up the Mariners. I know that's bad singing, isn't it? I'll see you guys soon. Ta-da, bye.